Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Tonight Show with your host, Jester Ethan Patrick.
Welcome back to The Tonight Show, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? It's a good episode so far, right? Well, it's about to get better because we're putting the conference staff of SWACURH 2011 on the spot in a segment I like to call The Hot Seat. Oh, it looks like our first guest is a man named Sir Ryan Youngquist. He is a conference co-chair for SWACURH 2011. Everybody, let's give it up for Sir Ryan Youngquist. How are you doing, brother?
Good.
It's great to see you on this morrow.
Oh, thanks for having me on the show.
Sweet, so the first question, can you please tell me a little bit about the facilities that we'll be using at SWACURH 2011?
Absolutely. We have the Hughes Trick Center, which happens to be an all-in-one building. We have a Hughes Trick Theater, which will have mass gatherings take place in, opening and closing ceremonies, keynote speaker, as well as roll call. Except for the banquet we held at the hotel. We also have meeting rooms for NCC business and NRHH business, as well as the forum for combined business. All of our facilities happen to be ADA compliant, and we also have a third floor restroom which will be gender neutral.
Wow, Ryan, that sounds glorious. Could you tell us specifically which rooms we'd be using for programming and the different stuff that's inside each room?
Absolutely. We'll have the atrium and the porticos in the Hughes Trick Center, as well as some classrooms in Cox School of Business, all of which will have AAV equipment and can be designed to the presenter's likings.
Wow, Ryan, that sounds freaking awesome. So, Ryan, thank you very much. It was great to see you. It was a pleasure. Take it easy. Give it up for Ryan. Ryan is awesome, isn't he, you guys? He is, but you know who else is awesome? Our next guest, who hails to us from Hawk Hall, a great swordsman and a greater friend. I give you Sir Jacob. Wow, Sir Jacob, you look great today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Sir Ethan?
I'm doing great. We're just having a great time on The Tonight Show. Well, anyways, it says right here on this piece of parchment that you're the accommodations co-chair for SWACURH 2011.
That I am.
So, Sir Jacob, could you tell us about the entertainment events that we have planned on campus?
At this fair of SWACURH 2011, we'll have great entertainment provided. On Friday night, we'll have a medieval garb fashion show.
Oh, really? Do you think that win?
I don't know. I do say so myself. My fur-lined coat is quite an attraction.
Yes, I see.
All the fine ladies and gentlemen will be able to show and administer their greatest medieval garb, and it'll be a great time had by all. As well as a jousting tournament of champions, in which gold coins will go to the victor. As well as ye olde karaoke and ye olde cinema hour, with classic favorites such as A Knight's Tale and Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
I think the audience would agree with me when I say that entertainment sounds freaking awesome.
It will be truly glorious.
Jacob, thanks so much for coming in. You were great. Everybody, let's give it up for Jacob. Our next guest that we're going to have on The Tonight Show is Lady Zora. She hails to us from Martin Hall, and she's really, really great. Everybody, Lady Zora. Oh, Lady Zora, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you, good Sir Ethan?
Oh, I am doing great on this fair morrow. Lady Zora, it says here on this piece of parchment that you are the accommodations co-chair for SWACURH 2011, which means that you deal with a hotel, right? So, could you just give us an outline about the Castle Radisson and all of the amenities that it has?
Actually, the Castle Radisson is a wonderful place. It is located less than a mile away from the campus. In fact, 0.1 mile.
Ooh, that sounds glorious, actually.
Speaking of which, our great feast will actually be held at the Castle Radisson as well.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
And the finest chefs from around the world will be catering to our needs.
That's beautiful. Everybody, let's thank Zora one more time for coming here today. Thank you so much, Zora. It was awesome.
Thank you, thank you.
That's very great. Thank you very much for coming
It's so nice. Thank you.
Zora is great. She really knows her stuff about the hotel. But you know who else knows their stuff? Scott Schneider. He's in charge of dining. He's going to be the dining chair for SWACURH 2011. So let's give it up for Sir Scott Schneider from Mary Hay Hall. Awesome. Scott, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
So Scott, it says here something about mass gatherings. So could you tell me about mass gatherings and exactly what they are and where they're going to be held?
Sure. The first will be the opening ceremony where everyone will gather and get some more information about what's going on. Then the roll call where each delegation has the opportunity to share their way of bringing themselves to the days of the events, and that will be held in the Trig Student Center at SMU. And then there is the Great Feast, which will be held at Castle Radisson.
Scott, that sounds awesome. Could you also tell me about the dining options that they're going to be at SWACURH 2011?
Well, we'll be serving from the land of Dallas all around just to get a better flavor and sense of the community area. First, we'll be starting with the Greek Isles of Zoe's Kitchen, which will offer great fare from various flavors that can't be pursued anywhere else. Then we'll be going to the Republics of Siena and Rome to get what is called quesadillas, a new concept where they actually put the cheesy bread and put another cover on it. It's called quesadilla. It's quite tasty. I think everyone will be quite delighted to try it.
It's a strange innovation. I've never heard of it.
Yes, it's very interesting.
Quesadilla.
Quesadillas, yes, exactly like that. And then we will be traveling to the Nordic lands to have the best grilled vegetables and grilled meat that can be had in the land. A local establishment called Peggy Sue's Barbecue.
Wow, that sounds like glory served up on a silver platter.
It is. Only the best for our courtiers.
Thank you so much, Scott, for coming in. It's been awesome. Thank you so much. Everybody give it up for Scott. Thank you so much for being here. Scott was great, you guys, wasn't he? Yeah, well, you know who else is great? Our programming co-chair, Alyssa Vedito. She hails to us from Mary Hay Hall. Everybody, let's give it up for Alyssa Vedito. Thank you. I'm doing great. Thank you for coming onto the show today.
Sure, anytime.
So, Alyssa, can you tell me about these compelling things that you have? They're called programming tracks. What are they, and why do you have them?
Sure, our programming tracks are going to be for first-time delegates, returning delegates, RHA and NRHH, student staff, and advisors.
One more thing, Alyssa. It says something here about a case study. Can you tell me about that?
We're going to host a case study competition. It's an opportunity for delegates to show off their creativity and their innovativeness with the prompts that we're going to give them at the conference.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the information. You were so awesome. Isn't she, you guys? Thank you so much for coming in, Alyssa. Alyssa, everybody. Lady Alyssa is very great, isn't she, you guys? Sounds like you really liked her. You know who else you're going to like? Lady Alia Prezla, who is our Spirit Co-Chair for SWACURH 2011. She's up next, and she's going to be our last guest. So let's give it up for Alia. It's great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for coming on. This is great. My first question that I want to ask you, aside from the regional awards that we're going to be giving at SWACURH 2011, what are the conference awards that we're going to be giving out?
Okay, well there are 4 conference awards, Most Spirited Delegation, and it'll be separated by small schools and large schools, Best Display, Best Roll Call, and Best Banner.
Well, Alia, it sounds like it would be a great honor to win one of these awards. Now, how would a delegation go about winning one of these awards?
For Most Spirited Delegation, they will be given gold coins by Undercover Spirit Knights for cheering, having intricate pins, having intricate costumes and apparel, and having matching t-shirts.
Thanks so much, Alia, for coming in. Everybody, let's give it up for Alia. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have, so I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Tonight Show. I hope you got a lot of information. If you guys have any questions, they're going to be in the back, so you can ask any questions if you want. For now, I'm Jester Ethan, and you guys have a great night.